Hey there, my folk. After a long pause, I finally got my hands on a Leica M240, and today I'm going to quickly compare it to my M10, which was my own concern and confusion up to this date. So for the people being on the verge for buying a Leica rangefinder camera, what is different between the two cameras? And is it that much better to pay the double amount of money for the Leica M10? Well, let's start with the physical differences, shall we? Alright guys, I'm gonna start the physical comparison with the Leica M10. Both cameras are stuck up with the lighter lenses for the comparison. Weight-wise, they are very similar. The M10 has a slimmer body style, which helps your wrist to carry it around with. Let's check that out. This is a bit thick. Yeah, it's pretty thick for holding all day. Yeah, as you can see, the profiles differ, but not to a great extent. Let's see them with a heavier lens now. This is the Whitelander 50 1.2. It isn't the heaviest lens I got, but it's pretty heavy anyway. And this is okay balance, but I wish I could have a little bit more to grab onto. With the M240, it's almost perfect. Yeah, it is. And now with the M240 and the case. Well, this case has this flippy flop thing there. Yeah, which is beautiful. I think this is too beefy. Like it's just too much. I feel like I'm holding a waterproof toy cam or something like that with the case on. But it's a beautiful case, so sleek and fine. And I have modified my leather case. I stitched it up so it would look like an M10D or whatever. So I don't see the screen. I just shoot it the old-fashioned way and get the results when I get home. Another small difference is that the M10 has a way larger viewfinder compared to the M240s. And as for the usability, you have to change the ISO from one of the many buttons on the M240. But as you probably know, we have a dial on the left corner of the M10. Apart from that, they are both used in an identical way, as they are both rangefinder cameras. The biggest downside of the M240 is in the image quality. In comparison to the M10, at the lowest ISO settings, it will give you this very clean Leica look. But as soon as you raise the ISO up to 4 digits, pixel density starts to break apart. But you are not getting tech-sharp images at 5K ISOs as you get with the M10. But under the good light or with the right lens with a wide open aperture, it is possible to work with up to 1600 ISO or so. Another aspect worth to mention is the dynamic range. This one right here is the image from the M240, ISO 320 and f4. For comparison, this is the same image with the same lens, same diaphragm and 400 ISO. So we are actually pushing the M10 a little bit harder here. Okay, let's go back to the M240. Well, we get a little bit less light. You can see image starts to break pretty quickly. There's a lot of color shift in the shadows. As you can see with the M10, when we do the similar amount of thing, M10 gains a lot here. You see, you can play with it as much to your heart's desire. But when we do the same thing, what do we get? It just keeps breaking and breaking on. Well, some people say it's more filmic because of this nature of the different cameras, but But I think in the end of the day, if you use this as an everyday camera, you get a lot of more keepers with the M10. I mean, I would. I'm not gonna say this one has more grain and the other one doesn't, because I think they're pretty similar in that area. And with the years apart, by the way, look, there's a hot spot in the middle right here, that red spot with the M240. Yeah, this dynamic. Oh, by the way, another deal about the dynamic range. As you can see, this part, the highlights are clipped. It kind of adds up to this picture. I'm not saying there's anything, but sometimes you just want to see what's in the light. When you bring it all the way up, it's kind of expectable that blows. But in the end of the day, if you want to bring the highlights down, you won't be with the M240. As you can see, like with the M10, highlights are pretty bringable back. Okay, I think this cuts it for the dynamic range. Well, in the conclusion, they can both produce same size of an image. M10 being more forgiving by a big margin in the exposure area. So is it so important for you to pay double the amount? Please leave that in the comments. Well, I'll see you soon, folk. Sooner than the last time, okay? So long.